Greetings guys, gals, and non-binary pals, and welcome back to another video where I have boxes behind me because we still have an endless stream of recycling after moving that is going to take us until our lease expires to get rid of. Anyway, in today's video, I wanted to do something fun. I wanted to have a little bit of a pick-me-up, and that, for me at least, is looking at conservative self-owns, because those are always so funny. And so we're going to be going through my favorite Twitter account, which is conservative self-owns, which is conservatives saying or doing stuff that is just entirely proving our point and just looks really bad for them, and it's hilarious. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. So to start off with, recently we all know that Twitter has been bought by a really not very clever man-child who does not know what the heck he's doing. He has no idea what he's doing at all. Twitter has been in shambles. It's hilarious. Arguably some of the funniest tweets we've ever had, and it's just because it's being destroyed. But anyway, we all know Elon Musk has purchased Twitter and it is absolutely going to shit. And he tweeted like a board meeting of like the new staff after, you know, he fired literally everyone and then forced everyone else who wasn't fired to quit effectively. And it's like a boardroom, it's just men. It's just a room full of men. And Lauren Chen tweeted that photo side by side with an old photo of what Twitter staff, Twitter HQ, used to look like, with the caption, Twitter before Elon versus Twitter after Elon. And see, I personally read that with a negative connotation, because in the first picture, it's very diverse in terms of gender. I'm not gonna say it's very racially diverse, but at least there's women, you know? Whereas now, there's literally not a single woman in that room. She seems to be posting this as a like, yay, a win. How, though? How is this a win? Are we just celebrating misogyny now? Because that is a pretty big self-own. Musk is in charge, we hate women. Like, no. And the quote retweets on this were insane. There was so much misogyny. My favorite were the amount of men who were saying like, finally, no more of this like diversity quota. It's now just people who actually deserve it and who have actually worked hard and are intelligent. It's finally people who deserve it and not just people who are there for diversity bullshit. You don't know anything about any of these people's qualifications or experience at all. This is a very strange assumption for you to be making. For all you know, all of the women there have very good, like, technology, engineering, software degrees, and all of the men like didn't even finish high school. Like, you don't know. You're making so many assumptions based on literally just the fact that some of them are men and some of them are women. So congratulations, you're a misogynist and completely owning up to it. So cool. I love the assumption that Elon Musk got rid of women because they're underqualified, and not that women left because they don't feel comfortable or safe in the workplace anymore, or that Elon Musk fired them because he is a misogynist. Like, I don't know why you thinking he got rid of them for not having qualifications comes before them just not wanting to work there anymore. But, you know, misogyny at its finest. Before carrying on, I would like to take a moment to say thank you to today's patron of the day, Wolf. You've been around for a long time and I really appreciate all of your ongoing support, so thank you. And if you want to become a patron, you can go to patreon.com/savvycat or click the link in the description. No more escaping hearing about my Patreon since I put it at the end of my videos. Alright, let's carry on. Still the craziest convo I've ever had on here. And it's someone who sent this person a DM saying, your tweets about Republicans are unfair. We are not racist. You have been brainwashed. And he replied with, lol, whatever you say, man. And so they just replied calling him a monkey, which, good job, man. Good job at proving that Republicans aren't racist. I'm so glad that you were able to clear the air. You were finally able to, you know, show people that Republicans truly are not racist. And that's a really generalized statement, and they don't stand for racism. They actually stand against racism, as you've shown very evidently here in your statement. Predators coming to a ladies' toilet near you and or as a teacher in a school. You think this woman is a predator? And it's a picture of J.K. Rowling. And they replied, it's a man! Once again proving that transphobes have no legs to stand on. They literally have no idea what they're talking about. They don't know anything about anything. They just talk straight out of their asses. They can't tell. They don't care. They just want to raise a ruckus and be the center of attention and hurt people for some unknown reason other than they want to be mad about something. Chill out, calm down, get over it. Just acknowledge you don't know what you're talking about. You have no idea. And it's not a fight worth fighting because you can just like leave it alone. Trans people have been around for forever. They've been around for forever. I promise you it doesn't affect you at all. It's not affected you before, it doesn't affect you now. Sit down, calm down. Thank you. This is a tweet by the wonderful PragerU. End climate change seems to always translate to end capitalism. And I wonder why. I wonder why that may be. Is it because capitalism and consumerism are the #1 causes of climate change? Maybe. Maybe. Maybe if we weren't so capitalistic and consumeristic, we would not be in this position that we are right now. Greed plays a very large role in everything. Like if we didn't have this like insane monopoly system and capitalism, like all the oil companies wouldn't hold all of the power in like the entire world. Like that wouldn't be a thing. We also would not have like people being such insanely massive consumers in order to like portray status and wealth, because that wouldn't be as much of a necessary thing, you know? Like we wouldn't have people taking private jets literally every single day if it weren't for capitalism and consumerism being linked to like status and shit. Like the 1% who make up like what 60% of all of the fucking problem with climate change would be taken down a ton of pegs. A ton of pegs if we didn't have capitalism. Like it's kind of, yeah, it is kind of fucking everything up. It is kind of destroying everything. All the powerhouses and everyone wanting to like hoard money has really, really greatly impacted the planet. Fast fashion, that's capitalistic. That's fucking everything up. Like everything. Everything. Capitalism ruins literally everything. At the core of every issue is capitalism. That transitions really nicely into this next one of someone with a bunch of solar panels saying, I'm not doing this for the environment, I am doing this for greed and hope to beat the rising electricity cost due to our stupid carbon tax. And someone replied with, you're proving carbon pricing works, thanks. Which, yeah, literally, what do you think carbon pricing exists for? That's what it's for. The reason people tax, like, environmentally bad things are to encourage you to make changes so that you won't have to pay them anymore. It's the same as like meat tax. It's to discourage you from buying meat and encourage you to buy more alternatives because meat is bad for the environment. And it's like petrol tax. In New Zealand, at least I know there's like a massive petrol tax that happens because it's to discourage you from buying petrol so you'll take public transport or you'll walk or cycle. Tobacco tax, cigarette tax, or whatever it is to stop people from smoking and buying cigarettes because you don't want to have to pay the taxes. Like, that's literally the point. And you are just proving that it works a treat because you don't want to pay that tax because you think it's ridiculous and unreasonable. So you got solar panels, which is why the carbon tax exists in the first place. Good job. Thank you. If all religions are true, then no religion is true. I mean, okay, yeah, sure. This whole like religion fight I know has been going on since literally forever. The fight over who's right and what religion is true religion and whose God is real, etc. But it's so silly. It's so silly because why does it matter? Why do you care? If you truly believe that you are right, then why does it matter if other people are wrong? You shouldn't be insecure in your beliefs, right? Like if other people believe something differently, let them believe it differently. That just means they're going to hell, right? Just let them do that. Just let them do that. If you think that they're like destroying their lives or whatever, that's their decision. They're the ones damning themselves to hell. I don't know why you've got to fight wars over it and shit. It really doesn't matter. Doesn't affect anyone else but yourself, all right? Stay in your own lane. It doesn't matter if other people have different religions. If you truly believe that you are correct, then you shouldn't feel the need to have to prove it. And also, what proof do you have? How can you prove to me that your religion is the only true one? How can you prove to me that you are right? Do you have like a handwritten letter signed by God? Because like I am yet to see one of those. How do you know that you're right? If everyone is saying that they're right, how do you know that you are? You know, you don't have any proof of that. So you can't really say anything. Maybe your religion is false. You don't know. I don't know. None of us know. I personally am an atheist, but like I'm not gonna deny people their beliefs. Believe what you want. Just like let other people also believe what they want. It's none of your damn business. Virgin Atlantic lets male pilots and crew wear skirts to express their true identity. And someone quote retweeted it with, "Pretty bigoted how they're still maintaining male and female toilets on the plane. I want to see the shit show of gender neutral bathrooms unfold at 30,000 feet. Tell me you've never been on a plane without telling me you've never been on a plane. Sir, where would they put gendered bathrooms on a plane? There's not enough space. Plane bathrooms have always been gender neutral, and I have never ever heard of there ever being an issue." It doesn't cause a ruckus because guess what? People go into bathrooms typically one person at a time. So there's not really ever time for there to be any confrontation. No one is ever in any bathroom ever just like going in fully naked. No one's doing that. You just go in, you do your business and you leave like you do at literally every bathroom. I don't understand the big deal about gender neutral bathrooms like at all. It really doesn't make sense. Like at all. You don't ever really talk to people in there. You kind of go in, you do what you gotta do, you wash your hands and you leave. Like that's it. And that's the same on airplanes and everywhere. I love the whole thing where they're always like, well, it opens the door to predators. The bathroom being gendered doesn't stop predators. If there's gonna be a predator in the woman's bathroom, they're going in literally regardless of anything. It does not matter if it's a gender neutral bathroom, if it's a woman's bathroom, whatever. Doesn't matter. If they're gonna assault someone, a little person with a dress picture on a door is not going to stop them. It's not gonna stop them. Like, get over yourself. Stop pretending that you think it makes a difference, because we all know that it makes literally no difference at all. One thing I've noticed about people who leave Christianity is they go directly into therapy and on antidepressants. I love the lack of thought that like maybe they're leaving Christianity because they've been traumatized. Maybe they're leaving Christianity because it's making them mentally unwell and putting them in a position where they need to get therapy and get help. I love that you're ignoring that and instead deciding that the second you leave Christianity, you automatically feel depressed and like your life is falling apart. Like I promise you, that's not how it works. But I do love that you have tried to convince yourself of that. That leaving is what made them depressed, literally in 1 second. Not that being a part of it made them depressed and leaving was how they are healing. But good try, Joel. Sterling Church of Christ. Good people don't go to heaven, only Christians. So, did you read this sign when you put it up? Or are you just like totally cool with openly saying that all Christians are bad people? And you can't be a good person if you're Christian. Are you aware that that's how it reads? Good people don't go to heaven, only Christians, who are all bad. Apparently. That's not my opinion. That's your opinion. I think that Christian people can be good people. But considering what you were trying to make this sign say, I will agree with you that I don't think that you are one of them. Again, who cares what religion people are? Just let people live and exist in whatever religion or non-religion that they choose to have, alright? Stop worrying about what they want to do. Stop worrying about their beliefs and just focus on your own. It's none of your business. Let them live their lives. Since Joe Biden took office, 1.2 million pounds of illegal drugs have been seized at our southern border. If you needed more evidence that this administration's border policies are contributing to a surging drug crisis, look no further. You know what seizing means, right? That means they took 1.2 million pounds of drugs off of people so that they didn't cross the border. So what this is actually saying is that 1.2 million pounds of drugs didn't make it into the country, whereas in previous years, that 1.2 million pounds of drugs did make it into the country. So unless you're pro-drugs, right? Is the drug crisis for you the fact that there is now a lack of drugs? This is another one along a similar vein of PolitiFact fact-checked President Trump almost 6 times as often as Joe Biden. Now you know why Americans don't trust fact-checkers. Well, maybe it's because Donald Trump liked to speak out of his ass and say a bunch of stuff that's not true. So he had to be fact-checked more. And Joe Biden has said 6 times less stuff from out of his ass. That's really the logical conclusion to come to. It's so funny that these people just truly don't understand the words that they are saying, and they prove the complete opposite point to what they're trying to. And it's hilarious how little self-awareness they have. The absolute lack of like comprehension to what's going on is so good. It's so funny. I love it. It's always entertaining. It brightens my day to read, and I hope that it brightened yours too. So I am going to end the video here. After we had some fun looking at some conservative self-owns, I hope that you did enjoy. A massive thank you to my Sprout and Above patrons, whose names are up on the screen right now. And a massive thank you to my Kiwi Cat patrons, Wolf, Toulouse, Bobby, Sparrow, Josh, Mandy, Robbie, Silly, Ikazel, Non-Euclid System, Ishita Hope, Eldo, and Ida. I love and appreciate you all so, so much. Thank you so much for joining. If you would like to become a patron, you can go to patreon.com/savvycat or click the top link in the description. For as little as £1 a month, you get my videos a day early, as well as podcasts a week early. And then for £3 and up, you get things such as outtakes, monthly live streams, vlogs, bonus, mini podcasts, etc. Your support means the world, and I would absolutely love to have you. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, The Queer Kiwi, and Twitter, That Queer Kiwi. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe. Keep fighting. I love you. Mwah.